Hey everybody, Pastor Sean here with some more Monday morning encouragement for you. Now, if you're like me, you want to hear from God. I want to hear from God. So I'm standing in front of an amphitheater because you know what? I would love it if God would amplify his voice and be like, hey, Sean, this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? But you know what? He doesn't always do that. Matter of fact, even with the prophet Elijah, he had a different way of speaking than just loud. There's a verse in 1 Kings that I would love for you guys to all read. And it says basically this, that Elijah was in this cave and he was trying to hear from God and talk to God. God sent this huge strong wind that was so strong it actually busted the rocks on this mountain, but God wasn't in the wind. And then God sent an earthquake and it was shaking everything. And Elijah was like, is this you, God? No, God wasn't in the earthquake. And then God sent this massive fire, but God wasn't in the fire. After that, God sent this still small voice, and that's when Elijah knew it was God and came out and started speaking with God. Now, maybe it's not those exact things, and maybe you're like me and saying, hey, there's this virus, and hey, there's no toilet paper, and hey, murder hornets, whatever it is. You know what? We don't have to focus on those things to hear from God. If we want to hear from God and have him speak loudly to us, we just need to listen to his still small voice. And when we have that relationship with God and when we're intimate and close to God, that's when his still small voice will be amplified like we're standing in front of this amphitheater. So my advice to you, my charge to you is what God tells me. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. That's what he says in the book of James, and it's true for us today. So what can you do to draw near to God and hear his still small voice? First thing you got to do is go to him with no distractions. And when we do that, just sit back and listen. Before you tell him what you want and what you need, he already knows it. Sit back and listen and say, God, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your still small voice, just like Elijah did, and then have a great conversation with him. And as you do that, he'll amplify what he wants to tell you. God bless. We'll talk to you later. Bye.